have a list right here of the best places to live in Connecticut. I didn't just pull from somebody else's list. Yes, I have information from niche.com. I have information from the state, FBI crime safety. I have information from the schools, but I compiled it all into one easy thing talking about the best places to live in Connecticut for different lifestyles. Because honestly, at the end of the day, there's something for everyone. We just have to figure out what's right for you. My name is Kadesha Thomas. I'm with HP Realty. If you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so. My number is there so you can text me. I'm definitely a texter. I will absolutely get back to you if it's late because I want to make sure that I am able to help you find the right place for you. So let's get right into it and see where is the best place in Connecticut for you. The best places to live if you're commuting in New York City. I have a lot of people reach out to me. They're looking at Westchester County, and yes, Westchester County, it might be 30 minutes away. But honestly, they know that the trains aren't too, you miss the train, it might be an hour difference before the next train. If you don't have like a parking pass there, you might have an issue. Whereas if you're commuting from Connecticut to New York City, it's kind of a little bit easier. So if you're commuting, and I've done it because I moved from New York City to Connecticut, I know what it's like to commute every single day. I would have to say the two best places to live in Connecticut if you want to commute to New York City is Greenwich and Stamford. No one should be surprised that Greenwich always shows up on the top best places to live in Connecticut and also in the United States because Greenwich is beautiful. I have worked in Greenwich for more than a decade. They have parks, they have a great beach. The marina is so nice. I personally have gone sailing on a regular basis from the Old Greenwich Yacht Club. It is a very welcoming, diverse place. Some people will think Greenwich isn't diverse, but I'm going to tell you something right now. It is very diverse and it is very liberal, and everybody has manners, and everyone is really very polite and treated nicely. And when it comes to shopping, you have your whole downtown area with all of the flagship stores, so you don't have to go into the city to get the high-end shopping. The schools rate really high, public and private. It really is a nice place if you're an athletic person because I personally love Bruce Park in Greenwich, and I have personally seen that when it snows, they have these cute little snow plows that come and just plow the area where people run. The part about Greenwich is it has some of the lowest taxes in the entire state. So you are going to pay more for your home, but you're not really going to pay that much in taxes. And so a lot of people like the proximity, they like the diversity. Most of the people are going back and forth from commuting to New York. Yes, we have train stations, and if you don't have a pass, you just have to drive 10 minutes up to Stamford, and Stamford has plenty of parking, and you can just get on the train, 45-minute stop from Stamford to New York City. Second place is great for commuters. If you're gonna buy in Stamford, you're looking at about $400,000 for a really nice townhouse. Stamford is a really nice city because we have the downtown area, Harbor Point, which is going to be very close knit and tight, super close to the Metro North. But again, there's parking, and then you're going to move more towards the outside. So a lot of people who want the suburban feel, they're looking in Newfield, they're looking in Westover, Turner River, and North Stamford is another one of my favorites. It's only 15 minutes to go from North Stamford to Stamford. So Newfield, Westover, Turner River, and North Stamford are great places to live if you're commuting. North Stamford, if you're going to drive, you're right near the Merritt. So you can just drive on down in that way. Merritt leads to the Hutch. Or if you're going to drive to the train station, you're going to drive right on over to the train station, park your car. There's regular train service to Stamford, right? So you don't have to worry about missing a train. There's going to be another one. There's always a local and there's always the express. So you will have a much easier commute into the city and you're going to have less taxes. What if you are commuting to Hartford? Because there's Hartford is the insurance capital of the world. You have a lot of the companies expanding. So they're like, where should I go? So if you're going to go to Hartford, most people don't want to live in Hartford because they look up the crime, they look up the schools, they look up the data. And honestly, if they are going to be working in Hartford, they might want a change of pace. And so there's two places that are less than 20 minutes away that are going to give you what you're looking for. If you want that sparse suburban, family, community lifestyle, farmers market, plenty of space, you're going to look in Glastonbury, Connecticut. It is beautiful. The homes are beautiful. You're not right on top of each other. The average prices there make sense for what you're getting. The taxes make sense for what you're getting. and it is only like a 15-minute drive in. So you can work in Hartford and get the benefits of being in one of those huge companies, and then you just drive 15 minutes, and now you're in your beautiful, calm, quiet, safe neighborhood of Glastonbury. And then you have all of those community activities. They are constantly doing something. They have lunch and learns. They have tons of events for kids. Even if you are single, it's just nice to come home to peace and quiet. A lot of people are doing hybrid or they're working from home. And whether they have children or pets or whatever their situation is, they want to make sure that they have control over their environment and they have the calmness that they need when they do come home. If you're looking for that mesh of like sparse suburban, dense suburban, you want to have a walkable downtown area. You want to have it be a little bit like the city, but not too much. You're looking at West Hartford. Another place that always shows up on best places to live because of schools, because of lower crime, because of its proximity to being able to get to the airport, being able to get to the city. West Hartford is extremely diverse. There's a lot of different ethnic communities in it, and it is just a very welcoming place. And people like Blueback Square. They like to be able to walk around. And so Connecticut has tons of best places to live. It really is a matter of you reaching out when you're ready to buy a house, reach out when you're ready to buy a townhouse, and we will figure out like where's your job? Do you have to commute? Are you hybrid? And if do you have family? Do you have pets? Do you have kids? How do you want the atmosphere to be? What kind of environment are you looking for? Do you want to be coastal? Do you want to be, wooded, farm life, country? How close do you want to be to your neighbors? I'm very aware that a lot of the people who are relocating, they have very specific ideas about how close their neighbors should be. Some people don't want to see them at all. Some people want them about two house width apart. And then some people don't mind if they're there. It really is up to each person. So everybody seems to have two bedrooms, three bedrooms, nice backyard, safe area, more than one bathroom. That's always consistent. The thing that I noticed that makes a huge difference is, do they want sidewalks? Because I did. Like sidewalks, not every place in Connecticut has them. So do you want sidewalks? Do you want a walkable downtown or walkable town area? How late you need the stores open, and how close you want your neighbors. All of those things will make it where it's best places to live. But consistently on the list, we're constantly seeing Greenwich, Stamford, West Hartford, Milford, Hamden. I mean, these are places that are constantly going to come up, and these are places that a lot of people choose. But it doesn't mean that that is the exact place for you. So if you heard anything on the list and you're like, I don't like anything she said, I don't know about any of those places, or I have more questions. When you're at that point that you're ready to buy, make sure that you text or call me. I'm a texter, doesn't matter what time, so I can help you out.